and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And there's quite a strong makeup look going on today. I'm still taking part in Outfits October. This is the 4th to last day, and today's prompt was witch. So I've got quite a lot of like witchy makeup on, feminist witch pin, look at that guy, and then this strange magic t-shirt. Focus on that. So that's why there's so much makeup on. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about my November, can't bloody believe it's November book haul. Now November is my birthday month, exciting, and normally I get a few books for my birthday as well, or I definitely do a birthday bookish haul. So this may well be the first of bookish hauls in November, but I wanted to show them to you, and also I'm super duper excited because there's quite a lot of Christmas books in here ready to read next month, so very, very excited about this. So the first one I've got is one. Are you excited, David?
Oh, I like that bag.
Did I not show you this?
No.
So this is, David's here. David's writing his Christmas list. Isn't that just the cutest thing you've ever heard? He's just sat there with his little laptop writing his little Christmas list. Have you got the Argos catalogue as well? Yeah. Oh, you've got the Sainsbury's magazine as well.
I never know.
Cute. Right, the first one I've got is this one that was sent to me by the publisher, by Emma at Book Break. I've been excited to read this, and this is Twas the Nightshift Before Christmas by Adam Kay. Now, Adam Kay is is the author of this and This Is Going to Hurt?
Yeah.
This Is Going to Hurt. How did I forget that? It's one of my favourite books from last year. It's a book of the secret diaries of a junior doctor. And this is, further to this book, it is the secret diaries of a junior doctor at Christmas. And it's amazing. It's in a little prescription bag, which is just so exciting. And then you get with it a little Twas the Nightshift Before Christmas injection pen. Did you know about that as well? Excited, isn't it? And then here's the book, and it's a really cute little stocking filler book, not very long at all. I'm really looking forward to reading it because I loved his original book, and this times with Christmas. Exciting. David is going to listen to the audiobook of that this year, aren't you? Mm-hmm. That'll probably only be about an hour long because it's not very long. I put it back in that bag because I want the bag so much, but I've shown you now. But yeah, that is just a wonderful step that publishers do just to make, I mean, I was so excited about that book anyway, but just that extra little bit. Well done, Emma. The next one is, although not a book, it was sent to me, and it is semi-bookish. I am quite looking forward to this. And this is a Sherlock Holmes advent calendar. This is made by Homunculus Books. This is the first year they've done this in English. I believe this is a German company, and each day you get a little story and then a crime to solve, or a puzzle to solve, and then the solutions on the next one. So it's like a desk calendar. So I think I am going to take this to work because this is something that like me and my colleague will love doing. And yeah, we think we're going to try and solve those every day. So yeah, very excited about that. Love anything advent calendar-y, so super duper excited about that. I don't know if I said, but I'm going to start with the Christmas books first. The next one is a Christmas book, well, not really from my childhood, because this is, I feel like this is quite a new book, but this is Jacqueline Wilson's Christmas Cracker. And this is, Jacqueline Wilson is an author I used to read a lot when I was younger. Tracy Beaker, Bed and Breakfast Star, all of those books, loved them. And then this is a Christmas book. Now I believe this was published, oh, so it's first published in 2014. This is a new reissue with the shiny cover. And it says here, join Tracy Beaker for festive stories, fun activities and more. And it does look as though it's just like, it's literally going to take me back to my childhood and how much I enjoyed reading Jacqueline Wilson. So very much excited about that. So yeah, it says here, the Jacqueline Wilson Christmas Cracker is packed with festive puzzles, tasty recipes, perfect present tips and brilliant stories, including starring Tracy Baker, in which Jacqueline's most famous and fierce heroine gets the lead part in the Christmas play. So very excited to read that. The next one is one that I bought, and I'm also very excited about this. And David is also very excited about this, and that's The Christmasaurus and the Winter Witch by Tom Fletcher. Now, Tom Fletcher wrote The Christmasaurus, which came out a good few years ago now, wasn't it, David? Because since then, there's been a stage show, and there's actually planning on being a film, isn't there?
Yeah,
we actually thought the film was going to be out this year, didn't we?
Yeah, maybe it might be next year.
Yeah.
It'll be coming up soon.
But this is the sequel, which is The Christmasaurus and the Winter Witch. But before I actually tell you, because I don't know what this is about, look at under the dust jacket, David.
Well, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Look at it. Absolutely gorgeous, and the end papers are beautiful as well. So you follow William Trundle, who is a young chap who's a wheelchair user. So I'm just trying to put my dust jacket back on as I tell you. But let's read about it. So it says, magic is about to take hold of William Trundle's life again. Pop a crumpet in the toaster. I remember they really like crumpets. And let's return to the North Pole, where we'll meet the Christmasaurus, the most extraordinary dinosaur who proudly pulls the sleigh for Santa, the big cheese, the top dog, the man himself who travels all around the world delivering presents on Christmas Eve thanks to the Winter Witch. Icy, mysterious and magical, she has amazing power to freeze time itself. And when William learns that the fate of Christmas hangs in the balance, he and the Christmasaurus must risk everything to save it. So yeah, it just sounds like a super fun child adventure story at Christmas, and yeah, very much excited about it. And here, I believe this might be the Winter Witch here. So very excited. Oh, it says here, let me read this because this is also exciting. She's the best kept Christmas secret of all, Santa whispered, which is surprising because she's so powerful that Christmas itself would not exist without her. She's older than time itself, yet still as young as tomorrow. She's known only as the Winter Witch. So very excited about that. And then the last Christmas book I've got is this book, which is a book curated and introduced by Greg Wise and Emma Thompson, Dame Emma Thompson. And this is a selection of short stories or little essays of Christmases. It says here, memories of Christmases past and hopes for future ones, written by a variety of celebrities and writers, some of which I've heard of, some of which I hasn't. So from this front cover, I've heard of Graham Norton, Stephen Fry, Meryl Streep, Olivia Colman, Caitlin Moran, and then lots more, including people who have been homeless, political refugees and volunteers. I just think it's a beautiful thing to do at this time of year, and 25p from each book sold will be paid to the Crisis and Refugee Council. So yeah, very much looking forward to that as well. And I believe this is semi in conjunction with the film Last Christmas, because a lot of these people are in the film Last Christmas. So yeah, I think like that's something to do with that. So those are the Christmas books I've got my hands on. Then let's have a look at these ones. So this one is one that I've just wrapped up. I actually own the hardback copy of this now, so I've got to decide what to do with it, and that's With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. So again, this is, I've included this again because I just wanted to show you how beautiful this is underneath. I read this book after reading her first book, The Poet X, which I loved and gave 5 stars. I didn't love With the Fire on High as much, but I feel like this is a great book for teenagers and things like this. And I think at some point over the Christmas period, I'm going to be doing a sort of book giveaway, whether or not I take them down the beach again like I did before earlier this year. But I feel like I'm going to include this in this because I actually bought this and then the publisher sent me the proof copy, which I read. So it'd be nice to be able to give a brand new book to someone this Christmas. The next one is one that I'm very excited about, and I actually think I might read it this month. I haven't included it in my TBR, but I might read it this month, and that's Me by Elton John. And this is Elton John's autobiography, telling about him, and I just think it's going to be so interesting and enjoyable. I'm very much looking forward to it. So it starts from, I believe it goes all the way up until present day, I think. But yeah, I bet he's got some stories to tell, and I feel like this is quite highly anticipated. Oh god, that just, the press release hit me. In terms of what his life behind the scenes, I feel like we got a little look into it. David and I went to see, is it called Rocket Man, David, the film?
Yes.
God, I can't remember anything today. Earlier this year, and loved it, and I learned a lot more about him than I realised there, so I'm going to learn even more about him then. So yeah, I'm going to put that, I'm going to keep that to one side and put that on my TBR for this year. For this month. And then I've also been sent a book by the History Press. A couple of publishers have been sending me things that they feel like might fit into my Christmas gift guide. And this is one called Folk Tales for Bold Girls by Fiona Collins, with illustrations by Ed Fisher. And this is a book for younger readers, and it tells different stories, folk stories about legends about princesses and things like that. And it says here, for example, here you can read the story of Vasilisa, who wasn't afraid of the deep dark forest, Molly Whuppie, who knew how to trick a giant, Tipinji, who was able to call on her friends and help her get out of trouble, Seren, who used her love of singing to help others, and many more fearless characters. So it's quite interesting to hear folk tales or fairy tales told about women and girls and things, because that doesn't always seem to be the case, does it? So yeah, we'll have a good look at that. And then the last two I've got, this one has been sent to me by the publisher as well. This is the Natural History Puzzle Book. I got an email saying, would I like one of the following books? And one of them was the Natural History Puzzle Book. And I used to love going to the Natural History Museum in London when I was younger. Like, absolutely loved it. We used to go with my parents. Before museums were free, we used to have a yearly pass, and I used to go with my parents, and we used to take friends and things like that. And Natural History Museum was always one of my favourite places to go. So when somebody contacted me and asked me if I wanted to have a copy of this puzzle book, I was like, yes, I definitely do. And actually, the day I received it, I took it round to my mum and dad's, and me and my dad worked on this Animal Kingdom crossword and matching up the binomials. So there's a lot more of this to do, but I feel like this is great, like stocking filler or something like that. So very interested and looking forward to doing a little bit more like that. a little bit more of that. And then lastly, I've got two of the same because I pre-ordered them, and this is Lena Norm's zine that I've been very much excited to read. This is Doom Rolled in Glitter. Now she was doing, if you pre-ordered it, you would get 2 for the price of 1. So I've got 2 here. So again, we'll probably be doing some sort of giveaway with these. And this is but poems written about Lena when she was in her 20s, or poems she wrote in her 20s. And I'm very, very excited to read them and to have a little look. I've read the first one in here and I really, really enjoyed it. I love, Lena has got a booktube channel called Lena Norms. It used to be called Just Kiss My Frog. I'm a Patreon of hers, and I feel like everything she delivers, I love watching. She does sort of political activism videos, book recommendations, things about fast fashion. She just covers everything she covers in her channel. I'm super duper interested in. So when she said that she was releasing a zine, I was like, well, I've definitely got to have that. So yes, we'll get round to sitting down, and I was actually going to read it on Cozy Reader Night, and then it just didn't happen. But yeah, I will get down, have a little sit down and read out some poetry and just have a lovely time. So those are the books that I got my hands on in the month of November. Let me know what books you have been getting your hands on in November. I say the month of November, it's early days, isn't it, in November? We'll be very excited to hear if you've got any Christmas books that have been arriving yet, or books that you like to read around Christmas time, because Vlogmas is fast approaching, guys. I'm just stacking up these books now as I get ready to pose for my thumbnail. So yes, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all again next time for another booktube video.